Hey, peace and love, y'all. This is Sister Nzinga, Flowing and Growing with Sister Nzinga, the YouTube channel where we are working on emancipating ourselves from mental slavery. So I first would like to say thank you to all my subscribers. And thank you to those that are commenting. It's really getting much better with the commenting because we need the comment. We need the feedback to be able to have a dialogue and to know what you're really interested in. So I'd like to say thank you for that. So continue to hit that like button, subscribe button, and especially the notification button so you know automatically when it comes to that Tuesday. Once I've done the video, it's up and rolling and it's doing pretty good. Okay, I don't know why this thing is going off and on, but just bear with me. I got a new selfie stick. You know, I'm 66 years old, first time using a selfie stick, huh? Well, you know. Anyway, guys, so you know what? Again, we have so much stuff to talk about, and I come up every week and I'm like, well, what am I going to talk about this week? You know, because there's so much stuff there. You know, because we tolerate so much, and the reason why, and we tolerate these things, and that's why they continue to do things against us. Because, like, when are you going to get fed up? When are you going to just get fed up to the point that you're like, I can no longer tolerate it? Because that's what I did. I'm just fed up. There are some things that I just am not going to allow. So aren't you fed up with stuff like, you know, when you go to the store, you know, that sometimes you see people, they'll walk behind you, like, you know, like you shoplifting and stuff, and just automatically just because you're black. You know, aren't you fed up with the fact that, you know, we see how, we see videos, it may not happen to you personally, but, you know, sometimes they just will just stop a black person, especially a black man, because he's driving in a nice car, and they want to stop him to ask him, is this your car? You got the tags, you got the this, you got the that. I mean, then you know, they're going to find something dumb to give you like a little ticket or something just to pretend that they really was trying to find it, first of all, see if you got drugs, because you got a nice car or something like that. That stuff should not be allowed. It's discrimination, guys. I talk about this all the time because this is a place that says it's supposed to be justice, peace, justice for all, liberty and justice for all. You know, everybody's supposed to be created equal, but it's not. You live in a world that's just a lie. This is another one of the illusions that we live in every day. You know, aren't you fed up with the fact that they have things like, you know, Takis, which is so disgusting. Well, they'll tell you that, you know, it's banned in other countries. It's even banned in other states, not just in another country, banned in other states, that because this product is not good for you and it really shouldn't be sold. But they still are selling it because why? Because you're still buying it and you don't care, even though you know it's not good for yourself, but you still buy it. The fact they're telling you there's certain restaurants that it's not really chicken that you're getting, they tell you. That's why Kentucky Fried Chicken changed their name just to KFC, because they weren't selling you guys chicken. They could no longer say chicken. So they're not giving you chicken, or it's not 100% chicken, or it's this kind of chicken that they make up. But you're still eating it because what? I don't know why. I can't even say it because you're foolish. And the reason why they get to do these things to us so much and so consistently is because we don't do anything about it. We don't make other choices. They are still allowed to say natural, use these kind of words on something natural, or 100%, you know, different terms like that, when really the product is really not natural. There's nothing natural about it. And they say 100%, it's not 100% anything. You know, because a lot of times when you see stuff that says enriched, or, yeah, I think that's the word enriched that they use, that means that this product was not on its own good enough to be the real version of whatever that thing is, so they have to enrich it. That means they have to add something to it. And they do that and just let you know that this thing is supposed to be 100% something, but it's because it's enriched. It's enriched because they added something to it, not because the product itself was just good. I mean, when are we going to get fed up? And how do we continue to tolerate this? And you must understand that the reason why they continue to do it is because people tolerate it. You know, I mean, how is it that, you know, sometimes you go into a restaurant and when it's time to be seated, you'll sit and watch other people be seated before you, and then you'll just mumble underneath your breath, you know, with whoever you're with, but you won't say nothing. You don't speak up. You know, I mean, how is that possible that these people can continue to treat you bad and you have nothing to say about it? You just kind of go along and just say, well, that's just the way it is. That damn shit, well, it's just the way it is. No, that's how you allow it to be. You know, when are we going to start speaking up about things that really definitely applies to us as human beings, or, you know, as a person, but That's just the way they do it. That's just the way they do it. So only things that you can say that's the way it is, you need to stop saying that and say, that's the way I allow it to be. That's the same thing even when in a relationship with somebody, whether it's family or a personal relationship, male-female relationship. When people treat you a certain way, they treat you that way because you allow them to treat you that way. Well, what's name does me like this all the time, and he don't do this, he don't do that. Okay, that's because you allow him. Do you speak to him? Do you tell him that you don't like this, him or her, that you don't like this thing, that this thing bothers you, or this hurts your feelings, or it makes you feel a certain kind of way? You know, you may tell your girlfriends, you know, guy friends, you know, about this situation, but you don't tell the person. So that means that person's going to continue to do what they're doing because that's what they want to do. But then they're going to continue to do it because you allow it to do it. You know, you are free, but you have to take that freedom. You have to take these things back. And you have to know your value and not allow certain things to happen in your life. You know, because people are going to treat you the way you allow them to treat you. You know, how many times are we going to be able to continue to just be fed up and allow these people to do things to us? You know, it's just totally unacceptable. You know, the fact that, you know, we pay taxes. Taxes is really illegal, but we need to have a lot of us to just stand up and try to fight against this thing. But, you know, unity is one of the things that, you know, that's not that we've been. So something else that I think is crazy that people allow people to get away with, and why come people don't speak up and do something about this? Like, you know, when you want to buy a watermelon, most of the time in the U.S., I'm just speaking from my point of reference, they don't have seeds in a watermelon. So you'll see a seedless watermelon for $4.99, $5.99. And then you'll see a watermelon with seeds for about $10, $12. Are you kidding me? I mean, something like that, I would go to, I've never seen it, but I've heard about it. I would go to the manager and say, excuse me, you're not going to charge me just because this one has watermelon, this has seeds, this one not. This is the way it's supposed to be. This is a natural thing. I mean, it's just certain things that we just don't put up with. You know, sometimes you go to the store and you ask a question about this. They say, well, I think so and so and so. So that means you're not getting an answer to your problem. What they're doing, they're just telling you, well, I think such and such, and then you just accept that and you just go on. No, ma'am, you have to say, excuse me, I don't want to know what you think. I want to know for sure, what is this? Is this really the cost, or what's the rule about this, or, you know, something. You know, we accept things. You know, I always use that word acquiesce. We acquiesce to too much stuff. We need to be more responsible for speaking up for ourselves about the things that affect us, the things that we want. Because otherwise, they want to keep on doing us the way they do us. You know, if you don't speak up, then you might as well shut up. You know what I'm saying? You know, it has to be a thing when you're emancipating yourself from mental slavery. You have to start thinking, because, you know, it ain't illegal yet. And you have to start thinking about things and how it affects you. You know, you can't emancipate yourself if you continue to accept everything that you're given, the things are given out to you. You know, there has to be a limit to, okay, this is enough. This is enough. When is enough going to be enough that we're going to speak up and not accept some of the things that America wants to give us? You know, and to know that you could really just go live someplace else. There's a whole big world out here. And I'm not saying everybody should leave America, but those that desire to venture off and do something different, or maybe do something a little more worthwhile with their money, you know, to take your money and move someplace else where your money doubles or triples, or, you know, you have a better advantage to your money, and you can get a good value off of the money that you've worked so hard for. You know, it really is possible, and there's so many groups that's out here that are helping women and just families, period, to make these moves, to give them their people are sharing their experiences about problems that they've had, or not a problem that they had, but how people have done other things. You know, I've stepped out and bought me some land, and I'm building a farm because I want to be able to have my own food, and I don't have to worry about, you know, is it this, is it that. I know that I'm growing this food. I'm not putting no chemicals in my food, no pesticides. This is going to be good, healthy food that comes from this really nice soil that's here. You know, sometimes you have to just do for yourself. You know, you have to step out and do something different. You know, families move around. You know, you don't have to, because you're born in a certain place or state, doesn't mean you have to stay there for all your life. You know, there are other things to do, places to go, experiences to have. That's the most beautiful part of it, that you have experiences. that you may not have. And for your children's sake, your grandchildren, whoever, it's good for you to have these experiences so you can share with them. So they can know that just whatever their surroundings are, that's not all that there is to the world. That broadens their horizon. That lets them be interested in more things. It lets them be able to explore and decide that I want to go into a different career other than just some basic stuff that everybody does. To explore. Who wants to be, a child may go to some place and go to a boat ride and feeding the dolphins or that kind of stuff. Then they may want to be a marine biologist. You're not going to be a marine biologist if you just kind of like stay in your neighborhood and just see basic stuff and don't do nothing, don't go anywhere or have experiences. There are so many things. So, all in all, with everything that I've said, you got to get tired of shit and just get fed up with stuff and start making motions about, making some changes in your own life based on the things that's good for you. And you don't have to tolerate everything, And then if you know things is not good for you, you have to start making decisions. Don't be worrying about like somebody. Oh, they feed us this mess. Okay, but it's because you keep eating this mess. So don't blame nobody but yourself. How many people eat hot dogs? Well, oh, it's a beef hot dog. Or it's a chicken hot dog. Hot dog's a hot dog. Hot dog is garbage. No matter whether even you get a soy hot dog, it's the scraps of the soy. So just that thing itself, the way the process that is made is they take the junk, the leftovers, slam them together, squeeze them together, and make something to make a hot dog. Hot dogs are no good for anybody, but people keep eating hot dogs. This is a damn shame. That's the American hot dog, American dish, a hot dog. That's garbage. So anyway, God loves you, so do I. And thank you for listening. Continue listening, share, and care. Peace and love. Sister Zing out.